Hey, how's everybody doing? This is your boy JayRod with Talk Real Times 2 with JayRod. And today I want to do a video and talk about a topic today. And the topic is knowing who you are and who you want to be. And like I was saying, when I do this video, I'm going to talk about how dealing with my own life, personal experience, my past, and me trying to find my way. And and it's important for us to know who we really are. Like I said, my thing is we're born. Some of us are born, and as we get older, teenager, whatever, young adult. You ever had to actually have a question like, "What's my purpose? What am I good at? Or what am I supposed to be doing?" And a lot of times we find ourselves, you know, probably mimicking other people, or just doing things just to get by, or just hoping that that thing that'll spark in our minds to make us, who we're supposed to be. But sometimes you just have to sit back and just evaluate yourself. What do you like to do? What comes easy to you? Or, you know, you know, what brings you joy when, inside of you when it comes to certain things. Like with me, I found out one of my biggest passions is I like history. That's one. But the main thing is I like to talk. And my family can testify to that. I love talking. I love, sharing information, talking about different things, whether it's talking about what's going on in the world, or it's talking about, just things that I've learned or things that I've heard or whatever. So I know that, I'm put here on this earth to be a mouthpiece and talk, you know, and share information. So it took me a minute to understand that, because I tried, different jobs. I've tried different things that, sometimes you see other people doing, maybe that's for me. But you got to look at yourself, and say, okay, what do I like to do? It's not about what other people like to do, but what do I like to do, or what am I into? It's buried in us. So I'm going to talk about five. I wrote down five different things, kind of dealing with that, and from my own personal experience, and also, just to share a little bit of what I learned. So the topic for today is knowing who you are and who you want to be. So I'm gonna start with number one. Number one, I've written down understanding your natural gifts you were born with. We're all born with natural gifts. If we really search them inside of us, we're born with these natural gifts. And the thing about it is, when you're born with these natural gifts, and you have to understand is that it's something that, for me, my personal experience is that I spent a lot of years kind of ignoring it, or kind of not really thinking that's what it is. Because a lot of times we have these big grand things that we want to do, but we got to look for those simple natural gifts that stand out in us, and that can take us on our journey. So with me, I said, like I told you before, I found out my natural gifts is I like talking about things. I like learning. I like figuring out stuff. You know, one day I sat back and I thought about it. So, you know what? My passion is I like to talk. I like to interact with people. I like to laugh, joke. Know. I like being a big personality. It's like I enjoy interacting with people and discussing things with people, discussing subjects, and just going, just dialoguing. That's just me. What I'm saying? That might be somebody else. You might have something else that you like. It may be something athletic. It may be something, that doesn't allow you to do a lot of talking or anything like that. But, with me, I like to talk. I like to learn, share information, listen, do all that stuff. So understanding your natural gifts and what you're born with. And what you're born with, yes. And number two is, this is very important. Write down your plan and goals. See the vision. See the big picture. Imagine you're already doing it. I'll put it all under number two because it all goes together. And like I said, write down. This is something I learned as I got older, is I have to write down the things I want to do. We all hear that all the time from different motivational videos and stuff like that. You write down where you want to go. You write down your plan. You write down everything that that you want to accomplish. And like I say, when you know your natural gifts, that's part of knowing who you are. Number one, like you can go back to number one, knowing your natural gifts. That's the beginning of your journey. You figure it out. Figuring out yourself, figuring out your abilities, figuring out your talents, your gifts. Like I said, then you write down a plan. You write down your vision. See yourself doing what you said you want to do. Seeing yourself acting it out. And all that. And it all works hand in hand. And like I said, when you have another piece of paper, like I said, we all heard this, but you have another piece of paper, you can kind of look at it and say, okay, that kind of keeps me understanding instead of just talking about it or just discussing it. Write it down. Write down something you can go back to and look at. Number 3, learn from the people that have came before you, or also learn from the people that are doing things that you would like to do, but they're already in that space. A lot of times, always be humble enough to learn from the people you see doing something that you're born to do or that you have a passion to do. Never think that you know it all. Never think that you figured it all out. Always be an ear to people who are already doing it. That's one of the most important things you do. Let me put my phone on mute because I don't want to interrupt this while I'm talking. It seems like things always bother you when you're talking, so turn that down. Notifications. All right. Like I say, number 3, like I said, is learn from people. Learn from those people who are already out there doing it. People who have like me, for example, the thing that I want to do is I want to build my YouTube channel, build my podcast, So in order for me to do that, I have to reach out to people who are doing it, whether it's locally, or study the people who've been doing it for a while, study their journey. I don't have to copy their journey, but study their journey to give me insight on how I can do it. And that's what I'm learning now to do, is like, I'm learning from the young guys doing it, the older guys doing it, young women doing it, the older women doing it. I'm learning. And that's all the part is. Like I said, I'm being a sponge to that, because that's what I really want to do. I want to build this YouTube channel. I want to build this platform. I want to, see how far I can go with this, how far I can take this. And at the same time, like I said, help people as I do this, And like I was saying is that, learning from, that's one of the most important things, learn. We always should be learning. No matter how young or old we are, always have a mind to learn, because you never know. We don't know it all. So you can learn from a child. You can learn from from nature. You can learn from everything to help you figure things out as you build yourself and as you figure, as you develop yourself, develop your craft, develop your passion, develop your natural born ability. Okay, that's number 3. Number 4 is have a positive mindset. This is important too. One thing I learned about life from my own life experience in the past, when I've put my mind on something I want to do, whether it's like this right here I'm doing now, or working out, going to the gym to work out to get myself in the best shape ever, the best shape I can, not ever, but the best shape I possibly can. And it always happens. I don't know if you've experienced this, but I experienced this, that you'll be on a good run, you'll be on a good rhythm, you'll be on a good, you're locked in, you're going to the gym, you're going, doing your routines 3 times, whether it's 3 times a week, 4 times a week, 5 times a week at the gym. I mean, I've been through that where it's like I've been, been in a zone, and all of a sudden, boom, something happened in life, and it kind of like takes you off your routine, takes you off your schedule, and you be like, okay, well, I'll take care of this and I'll come back to what I was doing. And sometimes for some of us, it can be like a long road back to that, getting back into that space of just like being zoned in, locked in on your, on your plan, my workout plan. So, recently I've been like just dealing with that with myself. I need to get back in the gym. I know we dealt with COVID, we dealt with like stuff being locked down last year, but and it kind of like threw a lot of people off. But me, it's like now I'm really like been talking to myself about, hey, you got to be like you were before. You got to get back on your meal plan. You got to get back on your workout program. Stop using things for excuses. Like for example, a lot of times you're at your job, you be like, I'm gonna work out after I get off work and all that stuff like that. And all of a sudden, when it's time to go do it, everything in your mind will tell you, that you don't have time or you not today. No. Only person going to be able to change you is you. Like I said, being positive, having a positive mindset in the midst of the good days, the bad days, life events happening, life changing things happening. You deal with it. You deal with the life events, but also you got to say, okay, I can be positive. I got to stay focused on my goals. I'm trying. I'm trying to accomplish certain things. Whether what comes my way, I have to keep on going. You know what I'm saying? Because that not only do when you get yourself in a point like that where you have to keep on going, regardless of what's happening around you, that shows you what you're made out of. That shows you how strong mentally you are, or strong physically you are. Where you go, like, okay, all hell's broken loose this week. A lot of bad stuff has been happening, whether it's in my life or around my life, but yet I've been still locked in and staying focused on reaching these goals, workout goals, business goals, just different life goals. Because I learned, like I said, at the end of the day, life still moves. Life still happens. Things are going to go up, things are going to go down, but you got to stay focused on the person you want to be. Like I said, whether it's physically, business, or all the above, focus on that. Like I said, I'm a witness to that now where I need to be more locked in because nobody's going to do this for me. Nobody's going to make my dreams a reality but me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, people are going to come along and contribute. People are going to come along people come to your life to help guide you, but you're the main ingredients to your own dreams. If you don't move, no matter how many people come to your life to help you, to give you advice, the action starts with the person who wants it and the person who it's for. That was number 4, having a positive mindset. Keep your mind positive. Like I said, think positive thoughts. Never put yourself down. Never, like for example, I have a coworker, that I was training a guy and I was telling him to, he would say, oh man, he'd make a mistake and say, man, I'm stupid. I said, don't call yourself stupid. You're just learning. There's experience. I said, the words that come out of your mouth can really affect you. So always, even when you make a mistake, learn from the mistake, but don't down yourself. Number 5, this is the 5th one, the final one. Use the things around you to get to where you want to go. And a lot of times when you're trying to, whether you're trying to get in shape, whether you're trying to start the business, start a platform, whatever you're trying to start. Sometimes, like with me personally, and this is what happened when I was young, even when I'm older now, is that when you want to do something, you make it so big in your head, you think you need all these major things in order to get it done. But all you gotta do is just simplify it. Just get one thing. You may not be able to get everything at one time, but get different pieces to the puzzle as you go. Eventually, you turn around, you got the whole puzzle. Like for example, starting a YouTube channel, starting a podcast. Yeah, you need equipment. You need different things to line up. You need to reach out and talk to people. And when I started doing that, at first I was like, man, okay, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to have money for this, money for that. Then one day I said I thought about it. I said, buy this, go get that, get a camera. Yeah, you need a computer. Work on getting a computer. I started getting the different pieces. Pieces started, whether it was given to me or whether I had to go buy it, I started getting the pieces and I put it all together. So once I did that, I started. One day I was sitting in my office, looking around, my office and stuff. And I said, man, everything I was talking about I wanted to get, I got now. There's some more things I want to get, but to get started, I got the things I need right now to get started. So sometimes we have to simplify it. Even there was a quote about, I think it was Martin Luther King said a quote one time about how don't look at the stairs, just take one step at a time, something like that. I might be messing it all up, but that's basically how it is. You take your first step, just keep stepping, or take small steps. You eventually, get to where you got to go. So, like I was saying, these are the 5 different things about knowing who you are and who you want to be. Like I was saying, is that we all want to be something. We all want to do something with our lives. Some people it may be real great. Some people it may be something simple. Whether you might like to cook. You might want to be a chef. You might want to be a baker. You might want to, open up a store or something. And even though this is not part of the 5, I'm gonna say this before I get off of here. if you're working a job, like right now, I have a job. And when you work in a job, but the goal is for me is to one day, no, not is to be independent, to be a, no, to be an entrepreneur, to be a no, to be more than somebody's employee, because you don't want to work for people forever. But I also heard this on a video before too. And I'm gonna give like I said, I listen to a lot of motivational speakers, and I listen to this one lady who's very, her story really touched me. Her name is Lisa Nichols, and she said that make your job your investor, and that is so true. Don't depend on your job to do everything. Yeah, your job's gonna help. If you gotta work, you gotta work. But I learned now you have to invest in yourself, invest in your goals, put the money into your dreams and your goals too. Because, yeah, you can, you have to invest in you because nobody's gonna do it for you. And I'm learning now that if I'm gonna give somebody 10 hours of my day at a company, at a job, I'm gonna come home and give myself 6 hours into what I'm gonna do, or 8, because I only can sleep. I mean, I can sleep 5, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's 24, like I said, it's 24 hours in a day. If I work at my job 10, maybe 12 hours, come home and give myself 6 hours on my my YouTube podcast and build that. Work on my own personal stuff, my own personal business ideas I have and goals, and I still got time to rest. Because at the end of the day, jobs are going to do what they do. But your job is not meant to make you rich. It's not meant to, they're not designed to set you up basically like for the rest of your life. Your job is, make your job a part of your investment. If you got to work, invest in self, save money, have a plan, put the plan in play, write it down. One of the most important things is discipline. Discipline. I know I'm past the 5, but I'm just, right now, just in my heart, to just say this. Just get the discipline and dedication up to what you want to do. Everything starts with discipline. You know what I'm saying? We're not perfect. You're gonna have setbacks, but stay focused. Stay focused on what you want to do with yourself. Stay focused on what you want to do with your life. I always have this saying about myself is this. I feel that nobody's better than me. I might be equal. You might be doing more than me, but that'll make you better than me. And I'm not trying. That's not bragging and boasting. It's just that if it's like this, some people might get done. Some people might do things quicker, but once you learn it, you'll get to the result too. So never look at people. Wow, this person's doing something. They must be smart. They must be gifted. They must be talented. You got it. You got it. What it takes too. So don't ever think that just because this person's doing a whole lot of stuff that you can't dedicate yourself and discipline yourself to do what you need to do. So that's how I look at my life, is that once you show me how to do something, I'm going to figure it out, or I'll find a way. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said, I look back at my life, the different things, the moves I made, whether it's moving from a different state and starting all over, is that, hey, I had the desire, I had the passion. Like I said, right now I'm living in Texas. And 7 years ago, I moved from Georgia. And it's like, I didn't know many people out here in Texas. I mean, I have my brother-in-law, but I really I transferred with the job out here. But, hey, I didn't know how things were going to play out, but I knew that I had a passion and a desire to be more, to want more, to want to do better, to be better than I was before. And I've always done that. I've always kind of like put myself in a situation where I want to always improve myself, to do better. And my family can testify to that, is that, I mean, hey, I was like, I might not have been the smartest person in the room, but you put me in the room, I'm going to find it. I'm going to find a way. So you put me in a situation, I'm gonna do what I gotta do to make it happen. I'm gonna get the information I need. I'm gonna talk to people. I'm gonna learn from people. I'm gonna take the advice and run with it. And that's what you gotta do. Like I said, knowing who you are, and knowing who you want to be. And like I said, We have this one life to live. We got to be the best we can be at it. You know, and like I said, while I'm on this journey, while I'm on this building this platform, you know, I want to practice what I preach. I want to, you know, you guys watch me do a lot of different transformations, whether it's physically, whether it's just the way I talk, the way, you know, everything is like, this is just the beginning of the things I want to do. And like I said, last year, 2020, like 2020, all the stuff that's going on with the pandemic and all this stuff like that, is that I learned that, you know what, is that we have to keep a positive mindset. Some things, you know, you don't worry yourself too much about what's going on. You do what you got to do to protect yourself. You do what you got to do to, you know, to protect yourself, your family, and, you know, and to help, you know, work on your situation. But look at life like this. Life is short. Whether some people didn't make it out of last year, and a lot of people did. But at the same time, is that I learned now that don't take your time for granted. You know, because I've spent a lot of years thinking I was doing something on certain things. Like I said, I spent a lot of years living, like working and living. But but now I want to spend a lot of years, spend these years now. I want to spend my years being alive. And what I mean by being alive is like going after my goals, doing things I've never done before, taking advantage of opportunities, traveling to places I've never been before. You know what I mean? Just all that. You know, you're never too young, you're never too old. You're never too old to start where you're at. And as I'm older now, I'm in my 40s, and I say, you know what? I'm not 25, I'm not 35, I'm not even 40, but show me the way. If I see the way, not show me the way, if I see where I want to go, I'll lock down and take care of it. So with that being said, I know I've been talking longer than the 5 different steps I told you, but just wanted to share that with you. And hopefully this video would help somebody to, you know, in many ways. Sometimes you got to listen to yourself and, you know what, say, hey, this video is going to help me. I know that already. This is going to help me. You know, it's going to help me to know that I can do more than I think I can do. You know, I know it. And hope you guys understand. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Hope you guys, you know, support me. Click the like button. Share this video with your friends. And everybody go on this journey with me. And until we talk again, see y'all on the next video. Y'all be easy. One love. Be safe.